How's it going, Los Santos? I've been wanting to make a video for years about why I think 3 Alta Street is the best apartment, especially for new players, for a number of reasons, and the discussion came up on Reddit the other day, so I thought I'll finally get around to doing this video. So I recommend this apartment to all new players and anyone I meet, really, for a bunch of reasons, but I'll show you the apartment first. Nothing crazy or over the top. It's exactly what you would expect. There's a heist room, like there is in all high-end apartments. We come down here. We've got your usual whiskey, wine. We've got a lovely vase on the table there. Pretty good view over the city. You can see the Ferris wheel at night. But the first reason I always recommend this apartment to newer players is the price. As you can see here, there's $1 million stilt houses and apartments and things like that. But this apartment came out day one, so it still carries a day one price tag. And for the value you get out of this apartment, $217,000. That is ridiculous. And that location, right there in the middle of the city, as I'll explain later in this video as it goes on, that location can be super useful, especially when you build your other kind of businesses and things like that around it. The second best thing about this apartment is it's directly across from a tram station and tram tunnel, which is the perfect spot to lose wanted levels up to 5 stars easily, in jobs, heists, free mode, wherever. And having it across from your apartment means essentially it's marked on your map at all times, and this spot is going to save your ass a lot and make many missions and heists a hell of a lot easier, and that adds a lot of value to the apartment. A great thing about this apartment is that it is on Alta Street. It's a super useful street. You can stack many of your locations on this street, so let's have a look at it. It starts at Maze Bank Arena, and if you follow it all the way up, you can see how many kind of things you can stack all onto that one convenient street. So let's have a drive up there, and I'll show you how I've set mine up. So the first thing would be just up here on the left. We've got a medium crate warehouse, and then directly into this alley, that's my nightclub garage, and also Benny's if you are a regular Benny's enjoyer. Another good thing is it's not far from your Alta Street garage, so less chance of getting griefed in your lowrider. There is the apartment, and just a few hundred meters up the road we've got the office garage and the actual office. There's some apartments just there I've never used those. It has a bit of a awkward garage you have to go around the back for. So again, just continuing up Alta Street, there is my biker clubhouse, and just at the biker clubhouse is the hairdressers and a clothes shop. We keep going up a little bit further. You can see on the map we come up to the Pacific Standard Bank in the foreground, and that's where my wee farm is. And there's also another crate warehouse a bit further up the road. So from the Maze Bank Arena all the way up to the Pacific Standard Bank, you can have a lot on that one street. And the bank itself is a good landmark to know when to turn, and then you're back on Alta Street. If we exit the garage and take the first left, we are immediately at Moore's Mutual. A tiny bit further up the road is the ammunition with the gun range. So again, very convenient. If we have one more right-hand turn, for the men of culture out there, we can find ourselves at the ladies' shoe store. If you buy this agency nearest to the casino, then you can have an agency that's pretty close to Alta Street. So if we just head north all the way up, look for the douche sign, one right-hand turn, and then we're at the agency. So again, I think that's about as close as it gets with the agency locations, and still pretty convenient. Also, if we head north on Alta Street, and we actually turn right at the bank instead, then we're on a one-way street down to the casino. So again, that's a pretty, one right-hand turn, pretty convenient location, so you can spin the wheel quickly, because those clothes aren't going to win themselves. Another worthy location, if we head south on Alta Street this time, going back towards the Maze Bank Arena, one right-hand turn, and we are on our way to the airport. While we're in the area, I'll chuck in a bit of a bonus tip, which a lot of people seem to not know about, but if you're entering the airport, go onto this side of the road instead. That way you can avoid doing the big circle past the main entrance, and you can get onto the runway a lot quicker thanks to this convenient stunt jump. How is that a fail? But yeah, from the garage to the runway in roughly 30 seconds, that's not too bad. On the subject of business stacking in the street, there's another area which is really underrated, I think, and that's this area here, Supply Street. It's got the paint spray gun shop, I've got a bunch of garages down there, arcade, auto shop, and a little further up the road is the acid lab. So that makes for a really convenient street as well. And again, from Alta Street, it's roughly a 15-second drive. So let's do that. So yeah, straight out of the garage and first right, and we're pretty much, well, we are on the road that goes straight down to this area. So I'm rocking the Entity today because I bought this car on day one with this apartment, so I felt like it was fitting, but you could get there quicker even with any car really. So yeah, here's the paint shop and the gun shop, and I've got a bunch of garages here, a large crate warehouse, the arcade, another garage, and then the auto shop, all on this one convenient stretch. So if you haven't bought all these businesses, I suggest strongly that you don't just buy for the cheapest option, buy for a good location. So that's about it. I hope you got some good information out of this video, and hopefully I'll do some more in the future. Any ideas, leave a comment. So until next time, have fun and don't blow up people's cargo shipments.